Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 33, Speculation, Part 19. Whole chapter might retell the myth of Osiris, Isis, Horus, and Set, but the name for Isis doesn't match. MAN 3326. Originally, this worked perfectly, but earthly conditions are finally balanced between the call of the divine and the demons of the flesh. Somewhere down through the ages, the dam of spirituality sprang a leak, and that which had hitherto been hoarded and guarded ebbed away. The divinity, the spirituality in the blood, was diluted. It became weakened, and when goodness diminished, its opposite crept in. What has this glorious institution, the great Pharaoh, become today? He is no more than the clacking tongue of a bell, a hollow empty shell, a vane in the wind. He is not the owner of his own time. His days belong to others, and the hours of his nights are controlled. He follows a shallow, futile ceremonial. He performs empty, meaningless rituals. He eats according to instructions and bathes at the rising and setting of the sun, not for his own pleasure, but because he must. Where is the glory in this? Oh, for what once was. Oh, for the joyful days of the past. What has happened to the glorious spiritual inspiration? Where once there was a purpose, now there is foolishness. Where once there was a sacred being, now there is a puppet manipulated by puppets. Where once there was a divine insight, now there are dead precedents. All is gone. All is dust. All is woe. 3326. Notice, towards the end, it talks of the Pharaoh today, not being the owner of his own time. Rituals are more important than substance. A lament that once there was purpose, but now it is foolishness. Sounds a lot like what we hear in Washington and media. Maybe even in Europe as well. We hear cries of conformity, of things leaders must do, and if one dares to follow his own path, yells of heresy. Some have even implied the leader is crazy, recommends imprisoning him in an asylum. On one hand, it is good the leader is willing to do what he believes is right. On the other, it is ominous how close we are to the end. This is a man that is not from the political elites. When he leaves, there will be no one to replace him. They will go back to doing what they want. That is why today I fear the United States is too far gone. We hear calls to throw the bums out, but when there are only two sides, and both have selfishly damaged the country, who do you replace them with? I pray it's not too late, but at the moment, I see no way to save it. The best we can do is look to the generation to come. Plant seeds and pray the country will survive the current 3 generations that are alive today.